The Associated Press today issued a statement about the American Academy of Pediatrics. The American Academy of Pediatrics is now recommending medication and weight loss surgery for severely obese children beginning at age 12. Medication for 12, surgery for 13. So, I'm a person who has had several weight loss surgeries. I consider myself an expert. I'm not an expert in parenting. I don't have any children, and the age group I teach is 18 and over. But I live in a world where I get to witness people's behavior. And so I've heard the opinions of parents who struggle with their kids being fat. I'm not talking about healthy growing fat. I'm talking about such severe obesity that the American Academy of Pediatrics would recommend weight loss surgery and medication. As I said, I don't have kids. But I know that 13-year-olds don't grocery shop. They might be with you at the grocery store, but they're not paying for the food at the end. So the person paying for the food at the end of the grocery trip around the grocery store is the person who makes the final decision of what to keep in the house and what to feed your family. Now, I did receive an objection. Somebody said, well, I mean, what are they going to do? Eat all the diet food while we eat all the good food? The whole household should be eating healthier food. What do you mean by the good food? The fattening food? And when I say fattening, look, all food has calories, all food has the potential to be fattening, but cheap, easy food tends to be the kind of food that causes the inflammation, is densely packed with calories, and is having a severe consequence on young people. The ones who don't grocery shop. I once had a parent say, yeah, but she likes Oreos. This wasn't for a 12 or 13-year-old. I think the kid was 7 or 8. I said, well, how does she know Oreos exist? Well, I mean, we keep them in the house. Why? Why do you have Oreos in the house? If you see your kids starting to gain weight, like, why do we eat this food anyway? Read the ingredients. They pack so many calories and so much fake sugar. And I'm not talking about sweet and lows, blend. No, I mean like high fructose corn syrup, like dense sugar, not naturally occurring sugars you might get from maple syrup or honey or something. Or even just regular raw cane sugar. No, it's densely packed. And they hold it together with emulsifiers. And they hold it together with soybean oil. And these foods, some of which I hear are banned in Europe, by the way, certain food additives and food dyes. You know, let's just stuff our kids full of them. An objection is, well, what am I going to do? Put my kid on a diet? Yeah. But when I say put them on a diet, I don't mean send them to school with celery sticks. I mean, just start making healthier choices with what you pack them for lunch. Well, I mean, once they're out of the house, they're going to eat whatever they want. I don't know about that. Even if they have snacks with their friends, or they trade their, what could you possibly send them with that's a lot healthier than ring dings or yodels? No one's going to trade the apple for the apple, or a healthier version of a little baked good that you might put in there. No one's going to do that. So where are they getting all that extra food? It's you and your household. I don't mean to parent shame. But if you're going to take your kid to the doctor and they're so fat that the doctor is recommending weight loss surgery, something that they say it's reversible, the only one that's sort of reversible is the gastric band. I had one of the first. It was adjustable. You could make it tighter or looser. You could read the details in my book, Diary of a Fat Girl. I had to be opened up quite a few times to deal with that band. But all right, let's say you get something that's removable like that. That's not what they're pushing on the kids. They're pushing the sleeve. They're pushing taking a healthy stomach and narrowing it and just amputating the stomach, which severely decreases the body's ability to digest food properly, which is one of the reasons I was so anemic and almost died a few times. Malabsorption of calories is what you're looking for, but malabsorption of nutrients is what you get. And this is a growing kid that needs nourishment. If we're given healthy, nourishing food, we don't crave the junk, but it's tough. It's tough to wean off the junk. These foods are addictive. They make you crave them. One is never enough. It's very easy to plow through a whole bag of Doritos, chips, whatevers. It is easy while you're sitting playing a video game or sitting watching TV to plow through an entire box of sugary cereal. You have to look at the serving size of these things. It's this much. But it's easy to eat these foods. You chew them down to a powder, and now you're just packed full of calories, sugar, additives, ingredients that cause inflammation and lead to obesity. I know an argument is, well, kids need to play outside more. Yes, they do need to play outside more. They need to play in general. But there were so many of us who, maybe we were bookworms or nerds, and we were not outdoor players. These people still were not as severely fat as the kids are today. It's the food. If you want your kid, they don't like to play outside, well, get them a Wii and do some sort of sports indoors. Do some sort of exercise. Exercise as a family. Do Tai Chi, for heaven's sake. Dance. I don't know. But the idea that you single out the child in the family for weight loss surgery while the rest of the family just eats crap and isn't as severely obese, but you can't be healthy eating crap and not moving. It makes me wonder about the motivations of these organizations that would approve something so permanent as weight loss surgery for a child, 13-year-old, without first encouraging the entire family to change their ways. Better food, healthier food, preparing a meal together as a family. So at the root of it are families that communicate by screaming. Everyone's doing their own thing in their phone or their device. They're not connected. A family that's connected and is preparing a meal as part of, this is fun. We're chopping up food with mommy and daddy, or mommy and mommy, or daddy and daddy, or just mommy. Whatever you've got in the household. I want to say there's no excuse for having junk in the house, but I understand it's cheap. I know food is so expensive these days. And the junky food is cheap and easy. And everybody works hard. And who has time? It seems like an airy-fairy solution. Well, just prepare a meal together. It's going to take effort. You can get healthier foods. Go to Aldi, go to Lidl. Start clipping coupons. Go to your farmer's market. Buy in bulk. I know it takes a lot of discipline. But really? Surgery for a kid? So I like to practice what I preach, and I am not 100% doing the best I can with preparing healthier foods. I'm busy. My 99-year-old mother and her aides that take care of her round the clock. It's a lot to wrangle. Teaching and grading and communicating with students. Now, I love my job. I'm not complaining, but I'm saying I'm busy. I have 7 animals to take care of. I get tired easily. So, yeah, I eat processed food. I know it's not the best, and I will come up with strategies to change that. I have a crock pot. It's very easy to throw some chicken and vegetables in there and have something freshly made instead of reaching for cold cuts or reaching for turkey pepperoni or turkey bacon. All these things are delicious, by the way. Low carb, low calorie, lower calorie. But there's a lot of crap in it. And on the labels, you read the labels, it's just various forms of monosodium glutamate, MSG, the flavor chemical. And sugar and starch and junk. I know. So I will do better. Because maybe if I do better, I can set the example for other people. And we won't be suggesting carving up the stomachs of 13-year-olds. Instead of teaching them within the household that we should all be eating better. We could do it together. We can move together, eat healthy together. When you're hungry for a snack, we're going to have the healthiest snack. What does it take to throw some nuts in a bag into their school lunch? Or some sort of cut up fruit. Even have dried fruit. Not the dried fruit that's full of sugar, but they have these dehydrated fruit. It's a better choice than a yodel. I know yodels are delicious. So are ring-dings. But once you get off of that junk, and then you go taste a 2023 Twinkie, doesn't taste like it did in the 70s. You think the Amish, I'm very fortunate to live near the Amish. I benefit from their very nourishing, healthy food. If they ate a Twinkie, they'd probably make a face and spit it out. It's so alien to them, all these chemicals, and it's so fake. They would probably say, oh, it looked so pretty, but it doesn't taste very good. And then make their own version with like 4 ingredients. The fewer the ingredients, the better. Or somebody even said if there's ingredients on the label, you shouldn't eat it. They could be right. So I'll do better. I think the American Academy of Pediatrics can do better. I think the Federal Food and Drug Association can do better. I think it's tough to be a consumer these days. I get it. But if we're a little more conscientious, we can get better foods into our bodies, set example for the kids, get better food into their bodies.